there, it's Kimberly Rutherford, and I'm here with another little one-minute mind bender for you today. I think I'd like to talk about wealth, because it's something a lot of us think about, a lot of us dream about, a lot of us have opinions about, and probably most of us want, but very few of us actually achieve. There are a lot of reasons, I think, that we have obstacles in our way to not really achieving the financial security and what we want for our families. And most of them, I would say, are completely in our mind. Very simply, I think we have things hidden and lurking in our mindset that keep us from reaching out and doing what we need to do in terms of getting truly wealthy. Now, some of these aren't our fault. So here's where my little twist is today. Again, I learned these great things from Mark Hoverson and his Solomon CEO training. So I can't really take credit, but I always have a little spin on what he, the little seeds that he plants in my brain in terms of what's really happening in our minds. From the time we're really young, we're generally exposed to negative connotations about wealth, and they may be spoken, they may be things that our parents actually tell us, they may just be from our community, our neighbors, our relatives, our friends. We have little negative things in us that think rich people are different, or they're pretentious, or they're unkind or mean-hearted, or that they've somehow achieved what they have by stepping on other people. And way deep down, those negative connotations prevent us from reaching out and becoming one of those rich people. Now, we know that's not true. Intellectually, we know that's not true. But maybe we could refocus a little, figure out ways to really internalize the idea that wealth is good. Okay? It's not evil. Wealth does not make people dishonest or be mean or spiteful. Maybe a way to do that will be to try to personalize it. You know that if you had a lot more money, there are things you would do for your kids. You know that you want your kids to go to whatever college they can possibly go to. And you might feel like you owe them that opportunity. I know I do. But it's not just for the sake of your kids. Think about what your kids are going to accomplish when they are able to get that education. What are they going to give to the world? I mean, you creating wealth for your family is going to be just a stone, just a pebble dropped in the ocean. But the ripples, you don't even know where they'll go. On a broader scale, think of all the good things in life that wealth creation has brought to all of us. Mark Hoverson's example that I really love, because we can all relate to it, is airbags. I mean, do you have airbags in your car? I do. I'm glad we have them. I think they're a great improvement for public safety. I think everybody's a lot better apt to, be able to survive an accident. Well, how did we get airbags? I mean, they weren't invented for poor people. Airbags were created because they were an added luxury feature in really expensive cars. I mean, when that technology was first introduced, it wasn't because it was in the best Honda you could get. It was in a Mercedes or a Rolls or a Bentley, and from there filtered down. So if there had never been rich people who created the demand for such a thing, or who spurred the creative and technological advances that would bring airbags down to the rest of the world, we wouldn't have them. So wealth does great things for everybody by creating a demand for things that will later become commonplace for everybody. Now, how about you personally? Okay, if you really get over this and decide, I'm going to get wealthy, darn it. It's not just for you. It's not just that you're going to have a bigger TV or a better car or something. And certainly my last example was pretty good about what are you going to do for your children. But think of what else you would do with it if you had a lot more money. Would you donate more to charity? Would you support local things? Would you give more to your church? Would you stand up for the Boys and Girls Club? Would you, I don't know, donate to your local volunteer fire department? There's so much good in the world that wealth can create that I almost feel like it is our responsibility to create as much wealth as possible. So next time you find yourself sort of thinking, I'm not cut out to be rich and I don't want to be like them, you know what? You really owe it to the world to try to be like them. So if you're thinking about wealth creation or thinking about ways that you can make a lot more money, I encourage you to just go for it. If somebody presents you with a good opportunity and you're wondering whether it's necessary, whether it's a good idea, whether there might actually be negative fallout from it, stop that thinking. Here's that train your brain thing. Train your brain to know that, you know what, you are intended to create as much wealth as you possibly can in your life, and then to use it for good. So listen, if you want to hear more about Mark Solomon CEO training, tag me on Facebook. I'll put a link right below this video so that you can get with me easily. And if you're ready to start creating a significantly different financial future, not just for yourself, but for your kids, your community, and the whole world, go for it. Get with me. I'll help you. Thanks. Peace. Have a good day.